Hey guys, this is Vaughn, and welcome back to another episode on the Pixel League server. Is that a boss? I can't tell. Is that a boss? It almost looks like a boss, but I've been trolled too many times. Are you a boss? Please be a boss. I don't think you're a boss. Why you no be boss? You were just enormous. You're like, obviously, like, the biggest Pikachu on the planet. Anyway, welcome back to another episode on the Pixel League server. My name is Vaughn. And I guess we can destroy this guy. He's only level 25, but I feel like he's trolled me enough already that we are going to Ice Fang him to death. Why are you over here now? This is a weird location. Anyway, welcome back. Welcome back. Today, well, I guess you are not very... There you go. Oh, you didn't even drop any glowstone. Today, we are going to do something a little different. I've gotten a lot of good suggestions on things to build. Since the resort is almost done, almost entirely done, I want to start working on something new, and I've gotten some cool ideas. And is this now open? Yes, I thought it might have said under construction still. Look at this Pharaoh taking a bath. What are you doing, Pharaoh? I mean, I don't judge. Splish splash. So, I've had a lot of suggestions. Some people who kind of want me to make a tower, which would be kind of fun. I do like towers. And then I got a suggestion the other day to make the upstairs room that we turned into an office. I think that was last episode, actually. Maybe it was 2 episodes ago. Can't remember now. But somebody suggested that we make this upstairs room into an observatory. And I didn't think it would work as an observatory, so I turned it into this little office room. Which I think it's a bit crowded, but I like it. But I don't want to... I like the idea of an observatory. I didn't want to turn this room into an observatory, but I do like the idea of an observatory. And as I started thinking about it, I got an idea. Now, an observatory usually has a big, I don't know if you guys are familiar, but like it'll have a big cylindrical area, and then there'll be like a dome on top with a big slit in the dome where the telescope sticks out, and then then you can, it's sophisticated science so that you can turn it to track the movement of the stars. So like, because the Earth is rotating, so the stars are rotating as you rotate, and the telescope can like lock onto the rotation of the stars and stuff. And I thought, okay, so I could build that, but why? Why would I build an observation thing on a Pixelmon server? Like, what would be the purpose of that? Why, basically? Other than just because I'm not going to live in it, because this is where I live, and then I have my gym, which I use for gym stuff. And then I thought, observatory, space, huh? Are there any space-related Pokemon? And as I thought about it, I thought, well, the Starry You and the Starry Me is a star-shaped, and a star is a Pokemon. And then I thought, the Lunatone is shaped like a moon, so that's kind of like a moon-shaped Pokemon. Excuse me, Pidgeotto, you just totally got in the way of my story. I'm gonna have to murder you for that. And then I thought, the Shinx has a star on its tail. Well, I guess it's not quite a star, but it's close enough. And so that's kind of like a star-looking Pokemon, right? And at that point, I was like, I don't know all of the Pokemon and what they all look like, but maybe my viewers do. Are there enough Pokemon out there that are kind of space-themed? Like, we can stretch this a little bit. Like, I'm going to consider this a star, even though it's clearly not a star. That still looks enough like a star that I would consider that a space Pokemon. Enough space Pokemon that you could come up with some sort of space gym? Because if I can, then that would justify my observatory not only as an observatory, but it could be like an alternate space gym. Is that totally dumb? That might be totally dumb. But I kind of like the idea, and I want to make an observatory, and if I make it into a gym as well, then it would make a little bit more sense. And I've even got an idea where I want to make the observatory. So what I'm going to do is head over to kind of the area where I want to scout out to see if there's a good place for such an observatory. Silphco. So, Silphco, located, as you guys know, on Boss Island, is in an Extreme Hills biome. And behind Silphco is where Andrzel used to live. And technically still lives, except for he doesn't play on the server anymore, so he technically doesn't live there anymore. But it is... It's basically situated up on this mountain. And a good observatory is going to be situated up on the tallest peak of a mountain, because then you have less atmosphere that you're looking through, which will help your telescope see clearer. Don't know if you know that, but the atmosphere, of course, gets thinner the higher you go, And the less atmosphere you look through, you know, the better your vision is going to be, and the clearer your telescope pictures are going to be. So I thought there's 2 extreme hills biomes on this server. One of them is not quite as nice as this one. This is the really nice tall one. So I thought, like, right up here somewhere we could build a pretty cool looking observatory. Oh, there's a chest up here. What is this chest? I don't think anybody lives up here anymore, but now I'm wondering because there's a chest here. Book and quill. Why is there a book and quill up here? Go back to your gym. It's under the middle carpet. What? This is obviously a quest. I wonder if that's new or if that's a really old thing, because I kind of want to build here, but I don't want to ruin anybody's stuff. So that's where Anderzel lives. So even if he did come back, there's still a pretty good area right here. It's probably not as big as I would like it to be. I see something flashy over here. I want to just make sure it's not a... Oh, it's you. Monferno. Monferno, no! Oh, I was too slow. Couldn't save him. I'm sorry, Monferno. So what do you guys think about that? Do you think some sort of like cylindrical dome thing could look good up here? I would have to clear off a couple layers, but I think it could work. Let me just see what kind of shape I could get here. It's really not as big a space as I wanted it to be. I'm gonna try to place down a circle and see kind of what kind of shape I can get, but I can always bring up some of it or take down. I didn't want to mess up too much with the... Let's see. I didn't want to mess... Oh my gosh, my mouse is so laggy right now. Didn't want to mess up... That's my chest. This is the chest that we found up here. I'm going to have to ask in the Skype chat if anybody left that chest here, because I don't want to remove it if it's somebody's still active quest. But if it's not and I can remove it, then I could take down a lot more and have a little bit bigger area to work with. I can always fill in some of this too. So, but it doesn't need to be too big, but it does need to be big enough that if I was standing on one side of it and somebody was standing on the other side of it inside, we could throw down our Pokemon and have like a fight. So I feel like if that's the center, maybe. See, it's got to go more that way. Yeah, let me try a little bit of off-camera work and see what I can come up with. That's pretty good sized, right? I mean, it's not enormous, but you could stand on one side and the other guy could stand on the other side. And this is the center block. So yeah, that's enough room just for a little battle. It's not going to be a big gym because there's not a whole lot of Pokemon to pick from. But it should work. So what I'm going to do now is I want it to be a cylinder, and I'm going to eventually make the cylinder look much nicer, but I want to just make it out of stone brick for right now, just to get the basic shape going, just so we get some progress made this episode. And I'm going to probably bring it up between 6 and 8 high, I think. I will have to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 might be good. No, when you're up there it seems really high, but maybe even 9. Let's see again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that 9? 7, It seems really high up here, but I think that'll be a good height from below. Yep, that's the height I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add that all the way around, and eventually there's going to be a doorway. I'm not really sure where a logical door is going to be, because then I guess maybe on this side. Yeah, that's the only side that makes any sense for a doorway. So I'll leave maybe this open, like, oops, sorry, lost my torch there. Maybe something like that. But I'm going to do all of the wall off camera, so I'll be right back. Walls are up. Brought my chests inside. I actually went back and got a couple things in addition to what I already had. So I've got an extra ender chest that we're going to leave here. Oh, I meant to get a healer to bring in here too. I'll do that later. Chests, some ladders. So I'm going to put a ceiling in. I think I'm going to do dark wood slabs. I don't have a lot of dark wood, so I brought some, as you can see, some spruce saplings and some bones. Actually, let's try to save ourselves on sapling, or on using the bones a little bit, and try planting some of these. I also lowered my render distance. You may notice this, and it may be driving you guys nuts. It's driving me nuts when I'm outside, but when I'm inside, it's a lot better because I think I'm situated fairly high, fairly close to Silphco, and they've got that massive apricorn farm, and I think that is just totally drains my CPU or my, what is that flashing red thing down there? Oh, it's probably, oh gosh, ouch, 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 ouch. It's probably a chimchar or something. Yep, I thought you were a boss or something exciting, but no. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that that is where, I don't know, but my frame rate was just dreadful, like trying to place those blocks. I thought it was just when I was recording, and it wasn't. It was like something was wrong with my computer, and I tried a couple different things, and the one thing that worked was turning the render distance down, and then I remembered that because they have that apricorn farm, that whenever I'm near it, just drain. Whoa. Oh, hello, Pidgeotto. That really weirded me out for a second there. So yeah, that is what I think is happening. So while we're inside here, it's not a big deal, and I'll try to remember to increase it once we go back outside. So I'm going to put a ceiling, just a flat spruce slab ceiling, and then I brought some clay that I think I might do on the ground on this floor here, kind of alternating between this blue stain and this light blue stain. I'll have to come up with some sort of pattern. I'm not sure, and if this is where I have a gym, like if there's going to be like one guy battling here and there, actually I don't know, I'll worry about it off camera, but I might do some sort of circular shapes within here so that you would be like stand here and then aim for this block or something. So we'll see. Now this might look a little bit weird, but I kind of like it. It kind of tells you where you're supposed to stay, and I might change the most center block as well. If I change this one, and that one, maybe even a glowstone. Ooh, glowstone would probably make sense. I could even put some over here, maybe. Then, you know, you stand here and you throw your guy there, and the other guy stands here and throws his guy there. And it's small, but it's functional, right? It does exactly what you want it to. So I also got some other stuff to put in here. So actually, let's put the PC in the middle. PC in the middle. Let's put a workbench down. I don't know if I'll probably leave a workbench down here, but I brought the materials to make healers. I guess I really don't need 2, but I brought enough to make 2. I think it's iron in the corners. I'm sorry, by the way. Nope, it's the other way. I'm sorry, by the way, if you can hear some cars on the outside or something, because it's so hot in my house right now. I have the window open, and it's not helping a whole lot, but it's helping enough. And of course, the motorcycle goes by as soon as I do it. Okay, so that's fine. That way, each person can be using the healer at the same time. Maybe we'll put the workbench there, and we'll put the ender chest there, and then you've kind of got all of the things that you need for battling. I guess I could put a trade machine in here somewhere. I'm not going to worry about the actual playing battlegrounds too much right now. I did bring some Pokeballs and stuff for decoration, and this is really just, I was like, a moon ball, that's perfect to put in the gym, a space gym. And by the way, I thought of another Pokemon that would work okay in here, and that is the Soul Rock. I think that's what it's called, Soul Rock. It's kind of like the fire looking, or like a sun looking one, but the sun is a star, so that totally counts. This is just decoration. Some of this stuff may move at some point. I just thought it would be fun to put up for right now. So what I'm going to really do to finish off the episode, I think, I don't know how long I've been recording, and if it hasn't been long enough, we'll go level up or go hunt for bosses or something. I still have not found any bosses since the last time I saw you guys. It's ridiculous. But what I'm going to do is, in order to make a dome, this is going to be a dome on top. In order to make a dome, you have to make kind of a crisscross shape. And so I'm going to try to figure out what that is first. And I'll bring you guys back once I figure that out. And I'm going to probably do it out of stone brick. And then I'm going to fill it in. The rest of it, I think, is just going to be... I thought maybe snow. I don't know. I'm going to do it out of stone brick because I can replace it easily then if I need to. So I'll be right back. I think that's it. I think that is a dome shape. Now, I used a program by Phil IHP. It's at philihp.com/arcreactor.php. If I remember, I will put the link in the description. If I forget, just drop a comment and I will add it once you remind me. But basically it shows you can set the width or the length of whatever shape you're trying to get a dome for, and then it'll tell you how to kind of do it. And so my width was it's 8 from the center, so what is that, 17 total? Anyway, I did it, and I think it looks good. Now I have to figure out how to, I guess you just kind of keep following that same pattern, and you know when to move in because you've already kind of got the structure formed there. So I'm gonna do that. I guess I'll do that off camera. I think I have enough stone. Yeah, I totally have enough stone. I think I have enough stone to finish this off, and I'm gonna, like I said, just so you don't freak out. I know some of you guys are gonna freak out. I'm going to do it all in stone brick, and then I will, at some later point, change it to something nicer. That's just the way I build. I know it's weird, and it means that I'd redo the same thing multiple times, but it's the best way that I work. You know, I don't know why. It just is. So I'm gonna do this off camera. By the end of the episode, we will at least have the dome, and then I think if we have some time left, what we're going to do is we're going to start looking for some space Pokemon to add, because I still want to make them to be pygmies, right? I know that's a little bit weird, but I still want them to be all pygmies. And I think I have some of them as pygmies, but I definitely don't have all of them as pygmies. So we're going to have to start hunting for pygmy ones. And of course, if you know other Pokemon, because like, I don't know a whole lot of Pokemon. I mean, I know most of them now, at least the ones in the mod, but if you can think of some other Pokemon that would fit the space theme, definitely make sure you mention them, especially because like some of the later evolutions I don't know, and some of the later evolutions might fit better. Anyway, like I said, this is going to be really boring, so I'm going to do this off camera, and then I'm also going to tell you guys a little bit about plans with Dyer's Gym, which we've been talking about, so I'll explain that in a little bit as well. It's dark as heck in here, but I think I'm done. I did end up going around and replacing the outermost bottom layer with just smooth stone. Like I said, it'll probably change at some point, and I'll have to carefully take out all of this as well. Just because right now, if I don't, then it's gonna, I know, blend the cylinder that the dome is standing on and the dome itself are gonna blend, and it's gonna end up giving an optical illusion of looking too short. So I did that preemptively, and like I said, I might still have to change it. So, and we're gonna definitely have to put some torches in here, and of course, well, we might not need torches, because eventually what I'm gonna do is there's gonna be a big slit straight down the middle, and that'll bring in a lot of light. But let's jump downstairs, and let's see what this place looks like from a little further away, just to kind of give us an idea. And I knocked all of these down, so I'm gonna have to, I don't really care if I lose them all, but the builder in me is like, no, precious materials. So if I see them, I'm going to grab them while I can. And they're all over the place. Jeez. Did you guys think of any more Pokemon that would fit a space theme? I'm trying to think, man. I want one of the legendaries to work, but I don't think they do. Okay, so let's see. Dun da da da. Yeah, that looks like an observatory. Yeah, let's video settings, let's go back to normal distance, not far, normal, there we go, that looks much better. yeah, I think that looks okay. Looks, I mean, it's tiny, it's kind of tiny, it's weird because it feels kind of like a bigger structure, but it is kind of tiny as well. And there's that Rattata up there. It looks, I thought he was a block of dirt, but it's a Rattata? I always say it wrong. I don't know. So, yeah, I definitely am glad that I put that strip of stone because it kind of helps you differentiate the two layers. I'm trying to think how... I'll have to look at some pictures. Like, I'll look up on Google Images, like, observatory map pictures. And let's see, we want it if the sun and the moon both rise along this level. So we want the slit, in fact, let's just add the slit in really quick. We want the slit to be this way. So starting on the side that the ladder is on, we want to, I don't know if it's going to be 2 or 3 wide. It's either going to be 1 or 3, because obviously it can't be 2. Something like that, but all the way across. So let me quickly do that off camera. Bam! Done, and I took the dirt down, which I think helps definitely brighten it up in here. And at night, we can worry about that later. Oh God! I don't know if you can see how much more I'm lagging when I have this view distance on. I can just definitely feel it in the way that my computer is moving. Well, I'm gonna leave it like this for now, though. Oh god, I think my cat just farted. I'm dying. I'm dying. Oh my god, it smells so bad. God. Let's see how this looks with the slit. Yeah, and it helps to make it look even more like an observatory too. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to, instead of cutting it open 3, instead of making it 3 wide, I'm going to puff up the outside layer. I don't know if that, does that make sense? Puff up? I don't know if that's not, build out. I'm going to flesh out, expand maybe? Whatever. I'm going to make it more. I'm going to make it more. So like so. Probably and I might replace it, like I said, once again, I might replace it with snow or quartz or something at some point. Something like this. Mostly just because I want more contrasted colors. But I think something like this, where it's... Oh, now I'm down here. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Like that and like that. We'll have to come back here with the... take the dirt down in a second. I'm not going to do the whole thing right now, because I don't know if I'm going to keep it stone. I just want to give you guys an idea, a general idea of what's going to happen. I could use, stone slabs. You know, the kind of grayish white ones? That might work. Where it would look similar, but still be cheap and kind of different enough to work. Ah! So let's see how that looks. But from the side. Yeah, see, it just blends into a big blob right now. I think if that was a different color, it would look okay right now. And then what I might do also is put a ring, a puffed up ring around the outside of it too, to kind of help further differentiate. But yeah, it definitely cannot be this stone, because that's just too much gray stone. But you guys kind of get the idea of what I'm going for. I will try to do that maybe next episode. Maybe next episode we'll do something a little different. And so I know a lot of you guys are asking when is the fight with Dire, and obviously you guys are starting to be like, you're too scared to do it, and that is obviously not the case. Like, why would I spend the last 15 episodes leveling up okay, we are at 4 frames a second right now. It's looking down at in that, oh, why did I go into languages? It's looking down into that valley, and that's when it kills my frame rate, and that's because it's looking at MC's base. So yes, it's not that I'm afraid of fighting Dire, it's that we have very different schedules. Also, he lives on the East Coast and I live on the West Coast, so even though we tend to record kind of at similar times, in our own time zones, you know, 3 a.m. my time is 6 a.m. his time, and so it doesn't work out. So anyway, we've talked, and I think we're gonna have the fight on Saturday. So this Saturday, hopefully, assuming everything goes well, we will have the fight. Well, we're gonna actually have the fight on Friday, but you guys will see it on Saturday. At least that is the plan. He said he still had a little bit of time that he needed to spend, I think, finishing up his gym or finishing up his team or something. He's probably gonna watch the videos that I've been doing, and so he'll know what I've been bringing to the gym, so he can counter it and change everything. Hopefully not. But if you want to get some finalized suggestions to me of things that I should watch out for, prepare for his gym, definitely leave them in the comments, or you can even PM me on YouTube or on Twitter to give me some advice. I'm totally down for that. We're gonna end the building section now. I'm gonna check how much time we have been recording, and then I'm gonna look through our box and see what Pokemon we have that might work. Alright, unfortunately we're about out of time, so let's just quickly look through our box and see what looks like they could be spacey. We've got a couple guys this way. Torchic, no. So we have an enormous Luxio. I'm going to consider him a space guy. Now, I would like to get a pygmy one as well, but enormous is good. What else do we have? None of these guys look particularly spacey to me. The Porygon, no, I guess he's more electronic than spacey. Umbreon is kind of spacey, actually, because an Umbreon, I mean, in my head they're all spacey because I named them after moons, but Umbreon, especially, an Umbreon is kind of, an Umbria is a shadow, which I guess it's not really, it's more of a shadow versus actually a shadow of a moon on a planet. So maybe that's not actually one. What is that guy's actual name? Espeon. So no, none of these guys. Okay, so that guy, oh, no, go back. That guy is, this guy is a star. Starry U. Now, does a Starry U evolve into a Starmie? I think that's the case, right? Or is there actually different types? But that one definitely is star-shaped guy. And you'll see I reorganized my box of guys, too. None of these guys look, none of them are jumping out at me. And then these are the ones that are evolved already. Let's see. No. And, oh, I do have a Solrock. Okay, good. So Solrock, I think, is Starry U, Luxio. I don't have a Lunatone. I don't have a Pygmy Lunatone. So we need to find ourselves a Pygmy Lunatone. And then I think where are my shinies? There's my shinies. None of my shinies are really particularly space-like. Okay, so that's 4, right? We've got Luxio, Starmie, Lunatone, and Solrock. So that's 4. We need at least 6 in order to have a gym. So come up with 2 more, guys, or more than 2. I mean, more than 2 would be fine, but at least 2 more, so that we can have a full gym. And I don't know that we'll ever actually do anything with it, but at least we can say that we did, and I'll see if there's like an appropriate star-related gym badge, maybe. I think that's fun. I think that kind of goes well with like my love of space and building and your guys' love of Pokemon. I guess let's sleep and take our final shot in the daytime with the observatory behind us. There we go, that works. Thank you guys, as always, for watching. My name is Vaughn. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.